Croconaw, the big jaw Pokemon. The tips of its fangs are slanted backward. Once those fangs clamp down, the prey has no hope of escape. Feraligatr, the big jaw Pokemon. When it bites with its massive and powerful jaws, it shakes its head and savagely tears its victim up. Altaria, the humming Pokemon. If it bonds with a person, it will gently envelop the friend with its soft wings, then hum. Electros, the Eletfish Pokemon. They crawl out of the ocean using their arms. They will attack prey on shore and immediately drag it into the ocean. Gloom, the weed Pokemon. The fluid that oozes from its mouth isn't drool. It is a nectar that is used to attract prey. Vileplume, the flower Pokemon. The bud bursts into bloom with a bang. It then starts scattering allergenic, poisonous pollen. Magneton, the magnet Pokemon. 3 Magnemite are linked by a strong magnetic force. Earaches will occur if you get too close. Slowbro, the hermit crab Pokemon. Shelter seems blissful over the taste of Slowbro, even though the toxins seeping from the bite have caused Shelter to faint. Marshtop, the mudfish Pokemon. Living on muddy ground that provides poor footing has served to train its lower body and cause it to develop sturdy legs. Swampert, the mudfish Pokemon. Its arms are hard as rock. With one swing, it can break an enormous boulder into pieces. Seadra, the dragon Pokemon. The male raises the young. If it is approached while caring for young, it will use its toxic spines to fend off the intruder. Gothorita, the Manipulate Pokemon. This Pokemon will hypnotize children to put them to sleep before carrying them away. Be wary of nights when the starlight is bright. Look out, Hypno, you've got competition. Rampardos, the Headbutt Pokemon. Stifled by a thick skull that can withstand any impact, this Pokemon's brain never got very big. Charmeleon, the Flame Pokemon. When it swings its burning tail, the temperature around it rises higher and higher, tormenting its opponents. Charizard, the Flame Pokemon. If Charizard becomes truly angered, the flame at the tip of its tail burns in a bright blue shade. So just when it Mega Evolves, got it. Vigoroth, the Wild Monkey Pokemon. Its stress level rises if it cannot keep moving constantly. Too much stress makes it feel sick. And I have definitely had this for a bit. We've got some rewards to claim. Oh, also from the regular Pokedex, it looks like. Oh, good, I needed that. Already starting to be a little bit concerned when it comes to how much candy I have. Alright, and we get a Love Ball. And a Protector. Next is the Dragon Scale. All evolution items that all require trades. Oh joy. Trumbeak, the Buglebeak Pokemon. It flies around using 100 different cries in various ways to declare territory to others. Grovyle, the Wood Gecko Pokemon. Its strongly developed thigh muscles give it astounding agility and jumping performance. Sceptile, the Forest Pokemon. It agilely flits through the jungle and uses the sharp-edged leaves on its arms to cut down its prey. Raboot, the Rabbit Pokemon. Thanks to its soft and fluffy fur, Raboot can easily heat up its fire energy and produce flames with more power. Ivysaur, the Seed Pokemon. The more sunlight Ivysaur bathes in, the more strength wells up within it, allowing the bud on its back to grow larger. Quilava, the volcano Pokemon. Before battle, it turns its back on its opponent to demonstrate how ferociously its fire blazes. Cinderace, the Striker Pokemon. Although Cinderace loses its cool easily, it will battle flawlessly for a trainer it trusts. Venusaur, the Seed Pokemon. While it basks in the sun, it can convert the light into energy. As a result, it is more powerful in the summertime. Typhlosion, the volcano Pokemon. It has a secret devastating move. It rubs its blazing fur to cause huge explosions! Oh, so it's Bakugo then. Beartic, the freezing Pokemon. It is a ferocious, carnivorous Pokemon. Once it captures its prey, it will breathe cold air onto the prey to freeze and preserve it. Slacking, the lazy Pokemon, is the world's most slothful Pokemon. However, it can exert horrifying power by releasing pent-up energy all at once. Graveler, the rock Pokemon. They eat rocks and often get into a scrap over them. The impact of Graveler smashing together causes a flash of light and a booming noise. Cinccino, the Scarf Pokemon. Their white fur is coated in a special oil that makes it easy for them to reflect attacks. Abomasnow, the Frost Tree Pokemon. It lives a quiet life on mountains that are perpetually covered in snow. It hides itself by whipping up blizzards. Drizzle, the Water Lizard Pokemon. It extends its long, slimy tongue at blinding speeds, and finished off its prey with great skill. Inteleon, the Secret Agent Pokemon. It uses special lenses in its eyes to sense things about its opponents, like their body heat. then attacks once it identifies a weak spot. Alright, well after all that, we certainly have made some progress in the Pokedex. Alright, so let's see what we got. We got the Dragon Scale at least. Next up is a Moon Ball. Okay, so currently we're at 176, and we are very quickly running out of resources. Don't really have too many other Pokemon to get. But that's what Wonder Trade is for. Braxian, the fox Pokemon. It ignites the twig from its tail and waves the twig around to signal its allies. To indicate danger, it draws circles in the air with the twig's flame. Delphox, the fox Pokemon. It leaves burn marks in the ground with the flame at the tip of its wand. Long ago, people used the shapes of these burn marks for divination. Servine, the grass snake Pokemon. It runs low to the ground, weaving through the grass, then mercilessly pummels its target by whipping them with its vines. Superior, the regal Pokemon. It generates energy from sunlight, then amplifies that energy dozens of times within its long body. Granbull, the fairy Pokemon. It is actually timid and easily spooked. If attacked, it desperately flails its limbs about in an attempt to repel its opponent. Haxorus, the Axe-Jaw Pokemon. This Pokemon nests in caves and abandoned mines. It is docile, but it will become incredibly angry if its tusks are touched, so beware. Galvantula, the Elect Spider Pokemon. They employ an electrically charged web to trap their prey. While it is immobilized by shock, they leisurely consume it. Alright, and with that, we have even more rewards. Alright, so we're up to 183 now. So we got the Moon Ball. Next is a metal alloy. Okay, cool. Not like I don't already have an Archaludon. But we are definitely running very low on Pokemon, and definitely resources at this point. At the very least, resources for leveling them up, since that's been kind of my go-to for this batch of Pokedex entries. So I'm gonna see what I can do about just trying to get other stuff. Maybe try to catch a few additional Pokemon if I can. But I'm going to see what I can do about trying to do some BBQs and get some Wonder Trades in. Porygon Z, the virtual Pokemon. An additional program was installed to create a more advanced Pokemon, but it was apparently flawed. Porygon Z moves oddly as a result. Dear God, was I lucky enough to be able to first find a Terra battle that had a Porygon Z, and then actually able to do it. Lightning Terra type Porygon Z is a menace when it has Electro Rise. My God. That's another Pokemon I was not expecting to be able to add to the Pokedex. And I got some more resources too. Dedenne, the antenna Pokemon. It's small and its electricity generating organ is not fully developed, so it uses its tail to absorb electricity from people's homes and charge itself. Not really helpful, but hey, another new Pokemon thanks to Wonder Trade. If you're just gonna have me photo the same Pokemon, I'm perfectly okay with that. Oh boy, another hacked Pokemon. Although, admittedly, is this gonna evolve into a hacked Scizor or a hacked Cleavor? Probably a Scizor. Yeah, Scizor. Okay, Grafaiai has to be new. Grafaiai, the toxic monkey Pokemon. The color of the poisonous saliva depends on what the Pokemon eats. Grafaiai covers its fingers in its saliva and draws patterns on trees and forests. This is a sorry excuse for a sandwich. And it's a pre-made one, too, basically. Also, not only am I doing this just because I need to try to get a Litten, I'm also doing this for a BBQ. Hey, there we go. Perfect. It's the exact same Pokemon I got before! Pretty sure from the exact same hack site, too. Litten, the Fire Cat Pokemon. If you try too hard to get close to it, it won't open up to you. Even if you do grow close, giving it too much affection is still a no-no. Torracat, the Fire Cat Pokemon. At its throat, it bears a bell of fire. The bell rings brightly whenever fire spews out. Oh boy! Another shiny Scizor. I wonder if it's hacked. It is definitely hacked. A Finian? Yeah, it's definitely just a Finian. A Finizen. That's been a long time since I've seen this Pokemon. Finizen, the dolphin Pokemon. It likes playing with others of its kind using the water ring on its tail. It uses ultrasonic waves to sense the emotions of other living creatures. Still doesn't really help me with this Pokedex, though. Wait, we didn't have Ursaring? Alright. Ursaring, the Hibernator Pokemon. It usually wears a hardened expression, but when it's licking up honey, which it loves, the joy it feels will cause it to break into a wide grin. Oh, I was so glad to be able to find this. A Terra Raid battle with a Matang. Cause I don't think I can find Beldum otherwise. It very well could just be a Violet exclusive, but can only show up in certain special occasions in Scarlet. Anyway, Matang, the Iron Claw Pokemon. It is formed by two Beldum joining together. Its two brains are linked, amplifying its psychic power. Thank goodness, that is another 3-stage evolution that I can add. And one less starter that I need to rely on Wonder Trade to get. Speaking of which, do we get anything good from Wonder Trade? No, we do not. Oh, I already had a Totodile. Wait, is this one shiny? It is shiny, and it's hacked. Ooh! That is our first Violet Paradox Pokemon. I am honestly surprised it has been so, it's taking us this long to get any Paradox Pokemon, let alone one from Violet. Iron Treads, the Paradox Pokemon. This Pokemon closely resembles a scientific weapon that a paranormal magazine claimed was sent to this planet by aliens. Neat. Alright. Ooh, and a Sour Herba Mystica. Well, that's one less Pokemon that I need to breed. And that is a lot of large candy. Oh my goodness. That is something I absolutely needed. Save me trouble from breeding and using candy and get a ton of candy in the process. Hitmonchan, the punching Pokemon. It corners its foes with combo punches from both sides, then finishes them off with a single straight punch, launched at over 300 miles per hour. Kind of stuttered on that a little bit, but it is also almost 2 o'clock in the morning. I'd like to finish this before going to bed, but I mean, I do also have work. But we'll see. Maybe we'll get lucky. Or it could be a Grand Bowl. Oh no, Beldum is just found normally. I just apparently wasn't looking in the right spot. Alright, and another Herba Mystica. We are really starting to get these. Decided to catch a Malamar just because the only way to evolve Inkay is to literally take the console outside of docked mode, and I really don't want to do that. So, thankfully, found a Malamar, got even more candies, which is really nice. Though this was the penultimate Terra Raid that I can do here at Blueberry Academy. So it's a little bit of a problem, but whatever. We'll just deal with it. I was gonna say when it happens, but it already is. Anyway, Malamar, the overturning Pokemon. Its hypnotic powers are dangerously strong. Anyone who falls under Malamar's control loses their memories surrounding the event. Squirtle! Yo! Finally! A freaking starter we didn't have! Squirtle, the tiny turtle Pokemon. After birth, its back swells and hardens into a shell. It sprays a potent foam from its mouth. Thank you, kind person! Oh, Flittle was also new. Okay. Flittle, the frill Pokemon. Flittle's toes levitate about half an inch above the ground because of the psychic power emitted from the frills on the Pokemon's belly. Cool, I would have liked like a Chikorita or something. Alright, well that's a hacked sight if I ever heard one. Grimmsnarl! Oh, come on! A Cresselia? A shiny Cresselia. You know, I am actually kind of surprised at the lack of legendaries, honestly. That is our first legendary hacked Pokemon. Which is insane that it has taken us this long to get a hacked legendary of all things. Man, this hack site is just not really giving me anything of worth. Unless I get Mindied, that's at least... Wait a minute, is that... No, I think that's just a regular Haunter. But I do get a Gengar out of the deal. And you know what? I will take that because that's a new Dex entry, even though that's not necessary for this. I'm gonna go to bed after this. Gengar, the Shadow Pokemon. To steal the life of its target, it slips into the prey's shadow and silently waits for an opportunity. Alright, I'll take it. It's at least a new Dex entry. So anyway, where is our current progress sitting at? So, we at least got some new stuff in the regular Pokedex. Moonstone, neat, and some Timer Balls are next. But currently, we are sitting at 190 Pokemon. And next is a Dream Ball. We need only 10 Pokemon left. But unfortunately, these are pretty much the only Pokemon I have left. So we have 2, 3, 5, 7, 8. Okay. So realistically, all we really need is just one more starter Pokemon. If we can somehow get one more starter Pokemon through a Wonder Trade, then we are golden and we can finally end the grind. I've been at this for about a little over 2.5 hours now at this point. It is very, very late. So I'm going to go to bed and pick this up the next time I get a chance to record. So, good night, everyone. I'll see you in the next Dex entry. Good news! In my sleep-deprived state, I completely forgot about the hacked Greninja! So now we've got a Froakie! Froakie, the Bubble Frog Pokemon. Its happy-go-lucky look is an act intended to fool its enemies. It will suddenly drop the facade and overwhelm its foes with its blinding speed. Frogadier, the Bubble Frog Pokemon. It excels at devising battle strategies that make use of the terrain, and it never misses its mark when throwing bubble-covered pebbles. You have no idea how much this Tyrogue really wanted to be a Hitmonchan. Had to go through quite a lot to be able to make it a Hitmonlee. At least we got there at the end. Hitmonlee, the kicking Pokemon. At the exact moment it lands a kick on its target, Hitmonlee hardens the muscles on the sole of its foot, maximizing the power of the kick. Krokorok, the Desert Croc Pokemon. Protected by thin membranes, their eyes can see even in the dead of night. They live in groups of a few individuals. Crocodile, the Intimidation Pokemon. After clamping down with its powerful jaws, it twists its body around to rip its prey in half. Brutal. Just the way I like him. Wartortle, the turtle Pokemon. Wartortle's long, furry tail is a symbol of longevity, so this Pokemon is quite popular among older people. Blastoise, the shellfish Pokemon. It deliberately increases its body weight so it can withstand the recoil of the water jets it fires. Overquill, the Pin Cluster Pokemon. Overquill's poisonous spikes will reflectively react even while Overquill sleeps, stabbing any moving thing that approaches. It's still my favorite new Pokemon from Legends Arceus. It's just... the name is perfect. Metagross, the long-leg Pokemon. It folds its 4 legs when flying. Its 4 brains are said to be superior to a supercomputer. Franklin, get out of the way! I got me a new Beldum! Beldum, the Iron Ball Pokemon. The magnetic force generated by its body repels the ground's natural magnetism, letting it float. And that is Pokemon number 200. And weirdly enough, it's not... I got a second one from it, and I'm honestly kind of surprised... Oh, there it goes. Surprised it didn't happen, like, immediately upon taking another step. No. I was honestly kind of hoping that I'd just randomly get a shiny among one of them. Not that I would have been super likely. The Ditto I have is just a regular Ditto. So no Matsuda method. But at the very least, we can go ahead and so many episodes and I can never hit the right button that I need. Go ahead, claim the Dream Ball. Next is a gold bottle cap, but to hell with that. We are done with our grind. So, I'll see you guys in the main episode if you haven't watched it already.